Off Work Sports, here we go again, man. The trade mill, I'm getting on the PC. We're going to talk about it. Right now, February is coming, so NBA teams are setting up, getting ready. You know, when a war's coming, the country gets set up. They start building their artillery. They start getting their manpower trained, adding additional forces, all that good stuff. It is now time for war. The playoffs are around the corner after the All-Star game, and you need time for teams to gel. So who's making a move? This is going to be a long video. I may make it 2 parts, but I'm going to go through each team and tell you what they're doing just by the trades that I'm seeing at current state and the state of the teams, and especially the teams in the lower ranks who have nobody as far as, not a great record. They're going to try to tank. So those are the key teams more likely to look forward to trade some of their best players. You know why? Because we had generational changing players in the draft. People are on Zion. I still love R.J. Barrett. I think they're generational players. I also want to mention, people are forgetting Bobo. I've talked about Bobo for a long freaking time. Bobo is serious. If you like Kristaps Porzingis, I think you're going to love Bobo. He is cheat code as well, just like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Greek freak. I think, matter of fact, if Bobo can stay healthy, he will have, here we go, higher upside than Zion Williamson. If he can remain healthy and he's let loose to fly. You can't do the Thon Maker situation and bring him on to a team and not even play him, not allow him to play his game. That said, I want to jump into teams. I may start with the top 15. I'm not even go there. Let me just start with the first team I see. Atlanta Hawks. Is there anyone on here that could be moved? Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin. I could see a team trying to get Jeremy Lin. Who needs him? Any team that needs a good backup guard. He's a great mid-range player, can control the floor. Only problem he's going to have is defense. I could see Jeremy Lin getting moved. And I could also see Vince Carter getting moved as well. Vince Carter is an efficient old player, but still doing the things that some of these role players do. So he's a vet. He knows the game. He's been in the game a long time. I can see those two getting moved. I'm going alphabetical order by team rank. Boston Celtics. All this Kyrie talk is kind of scary for the Boston Celtics, but that's a lot of money to pay a point guard. Are there other point guards in the draft that can make up for Kyrie Irving? I don't think so, because he's from New Jersey, so I'm biased. But Terry Rozier last year had a great season. And you got Ja Morant, and I think in the next 2-3 years, no offense, point guards are becoming like running backs. Kyrie is special, but if you had Rozier and Morant on the same team, I'm not saying they can get them. If you had that type of talent on the same team, does that make up for Kyrie? I say it makes up for 80% of Kyrie, and it'll be a lot cheaper. So could Kyrie Irving actually be on the move? It'll be crazy of him, but hey, if the Celtics don't see a path to a championship, maybe that's something they look at. I like to see Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, one of those two guys get moved. And you want to get a power forward, something good in return. It has to be a good return. They did bring in P.J. Dozier. He's there. They got Jabari Bird. They have a lot of guards. They're guard heavy. And they're mid-range heavy. They don't have any big 7-foot guys, but they got all these mid-range tweener guys. You know, it's okay. It works out, but, you know, positionless basketball. But I could see Jaylen Brown wanting some more headway. He needs to get paid. He's thinking about his rookie contract. So how about moving Brown? Let's see where he goes, or maybe Hayward. The problem is it's going to be pretty tough to trade Hayward because of that big contract. Next, Brooklyn Nets. I'm skipping them. I don't think there's any moves they need to make or can make except a move of somebody going to them. Next up, Charlotte Hornets. Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker's always in the talks. Where will Kemba Walker go is the talk that I've been seeing. Looking at their squad, there's a couple players here that stand out to me that could get moved, and maybe Gilchrist, maybe Walker. Walker, because he may leave. Who would you trade for? Knicks. And Charlotte, think about it. Think about it here. Does Durant want Kemba? Because right now, in my opinion, if Durant can have ownership in the Knicks and coming over to the Knicks, I'll do another video on that. There's no question. I'm gone from the Warriors. I don't care what they give me. Okay? If you're giving me ownership in New York City, the money city, I'm gone. I'm gone. I mean, he has the potential to become a billionaire off of New York. There's no question Durant's gone. I'm sorry, guys. You heard it from me first. If he can have ownership, getting some of his boys in the front office to make make decisions on what the team is going to do, what the facility is going to do, how the marketing is going to go. Lord God, Durant, peace, be gone, brother. I'm sorry. Too much money. So Kemba Walker is the only one I see from the Charlotte Hornets. Next up, Chicago Bulls. It's already being rumored, but you can see by the moves that they're making. Chicago added Wayne Selden, good player from Memphis. Scored 15 the other night. Another double-digit game the next night. I think Selden can, he can fill in the role. They just waived Carmelo. They have Brandon Sampson brought on. Denzel Valentine's injured for the year. They're kind of guard heavy. They got Blakely in the G League, Antonio Blakely. Raul Alkins. They got Alkins from Arizona. I love the talent. I thought he'd be a second-round steal. Can Levine be swept off his feet and taken somewhere? I think so. The best team for Levine to go to my opinion, is the Milwaukee Bucks. He fits in perfectly with Giannis and Middleton. He could possibly be the third player that they need to make things happen. I like Zach LaVine going over to the Milwaukee Bucks. I like his body of work, so I think that would be an amazing trade. Another team, obviously, is the New York Knicks. Can the New York Knicks able to, steal him away? But they got Alonzo Trier, who's doing a great job. He's not as flashy, but he's a solid player. He reminds me of the guy they just traded over to the Dallas Mavericks and Courtney Lee Jr. when Courtney Lee was on the Orlando Magic. He had an exciting season, and he was double-digit scorer. I like Alonzo Trier. Let's keep going down. I'm skipping Cleveland. Okay, what are they going to trade? Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin Love. Could Kevin Love go somewhere? Could Kevin Love rejoin the Lakers? Okay, who's going to take a stab at Kevin Love? I don't know, but we got to think about that. Dallas, stay put. Okay, Denver Nuggets. I see them more so making a move to solidify. I don't like their point guard position. I do like Monty. What's his name? Monty Morris. But I do not. I think Gary Harris is a guard. I think Jamal Murray is a guard. Who is the point guard? That's my fear. I don't see it on this team. I don't see who that is. I really can't tell who the point guard is, except if Isaiah Thomas is able to renew himself and come back to the game. So second half of the season, let's see how Isaiah Thomas does if he's able to come back. Skipping down Detroit, they need Zach LaVine. Oops, I forgot about Zach LaVine going there. But I like Luke Kennard. That's not ready yet. Okay, Luke Kennard can be a double-digit scorer in this league. He's just not ready yet. What can they get for LaVine? They could probably get Luke Kennard, and I would get Henry Ellison as well, who is not being utilized. I thought he would have a great season this year. Glenn Robinson Jr. is also there. These guys are not taking advantage of the opportunity that they have, or not giving the minutes to be able to take advantage of the opportunity they have of playing for a team that's not doing so well from an offensive perspective. Stanley Johnson, also another guy that needs a new start. Definitely think Stanley Johnson will be the guy who's on the trade block the most. They brought in Bruce Brown. He can play a defensive role. They have some other forward guard types on their team, but they will have to replace him with somebody. I don't know who they get, because he's the only other forward there, true small forward on the team, outside of maybe a Glenn Robinson Jr. So, again, Stanley Johnson, maybe a Zach LaVine in Detroit. Keep going down. Golden State Warriors. Guys, please don't make any more moves. I'm tired. I'm tired of you guys, man. I swear to God. Please, just leave it as is. Houston Rockets, Fareed did dividends for those guys, but can they get something else, right? Can they get something else out of Kenneth Fareed, right? Out of that team? Can they find a replacement for James Ennis? I thought he would be great body of defensive work. It's not working out. I told you they need a long, tall, 6'10", athletic guy to stick with Durant. So I'm going to stop at the Houston Rockets. The next part will be part 2 of what trades teams should make. Houston Rockets, I think they stay put. They could use another big. I don't know. And I think they have to go to G League. Maybe look at Chris Walker. Put him on the practice team. Have him sitting there. You know, maybe bring him in at some point. Because Fareed is playing center at this time. He's strong enough, but Jesus Christ, where's Nene? I mean, he's really a power forward. You're not utilizing him correctly. Also, Marquise Chris has not played this season. What did he do? Did he spit in Harden's face? I mean, Jesus Christ, play Marquise Chris. For God's sakes, athletic 6'10" guy just sitting there. I don't understand what's going on. Play the kid. I can't think of anyone else, but they need some more size. Daniel House is okay, but I think they need to maybe move, maybe get a package deal for House and Ennis, or maybe Clark and Ennis, and see what you can get from those guys. Anyway, 11-minute mark, a little bit too long for you guys. Hold up for part 2. That's up next, baby. Trades that should be made before the deadline. Peace.